From a 17-year-old accidentally shooting himself while flexing his gun to a rapper being ambushed and murdered while thousands watched helplessly. These are rappers' most disturbing live streams. Starting with Rio Honcho. He was from Virginia, just another young rapper trying to make it, using social media to show the world he had what it takes. On this particular night, he decided to go live and show off his newest acquisition, a handgun with a red laser beam that cut through his bedroom like something out of a movie. The weapon wasn't just about protection in his mind, it was a status symbol, proof he was really about that life, something to flex on Instagram for all his followers to see.
Bitch, look, I got that 30 on that bitch, nigga.
The culture of showing off guns on social media has become a ritual in modern hip-hop. Young rappers get their hands on firearms, and the first instinct isn't to tuck it away safely. It's to pull out their phones and broadcast to the world.
Virginia rapper Rio Honcho is dead after shooting himself in the head on IG Live, and the moment the video hit the internet, everybody speculated.
That laser beam was everything to Rio that night. The way it danced across the walls, the drum magazine attached to the bottom, the whole aesthetic of danger and power. It was meant to leave an impression on everyone watching. The gun became a prop in his performance, just another accessory to prove he belonged in the world of rap he was trying to enter. He was dancing, rapping along, treating the loaded weapon like it was part of the show. But then something shifted in the energy of the stream. The casual flexing took a darker turn as he made a decision that would change everything. In what became the most analyzed moment of the entire stream, Rio took the weapon off safety and pointed it directly at his own head. The trigger was pulled. The shot echoed through hundreds of phones simultaneously as his followers watched in horror. The stream didn't cut immediately. It kept rolling, broadcasting the unthinkable to an audience that couldn't look away even if they wanted to. The internet exploded immediately with debate about what they'd just witnessed. Was this a tragic accident or something darker? The theory that gained the most traction was that Rio was simply too excited about his new gun, too caught up in the moment of showing off, and forgot basic safety protocols in his enthusiasm to impress his online audience.
Head on IG Live, and the moment the video hit the internet, everybody's speculating. Everybody giving their opinion on what happened.
His family launched a GoFundMe campaign, desperately trying to raise $15,000 to cover funeral costs for their only child. His mother, a single parent who'd raised him the best she could, now had to bury her son. The live stream footage became official evidence in the investigation. Authorities ultimately ruled it an accidental death. But that ruling didn't stop millions from watching and rewatching the footage, trying to understand how a 17-year-old's life ended during what was supposed to be just another flex session on Instagram Live. From accidental tragedy to calculated execution, the next stream captured gang warfare in real time in Los Angeles, Inglewood. In the city where gang culture runs deeper than most outsiders can comprehend, beefs start over disrespect and can escalate into body counts that span generations. Indian Red Boy, born Zerail Dijon Rivera, was affiliated with the Inglewood family Bloods, navigating a landscape where your gang affiliation can determine whether you live or die. July 2021, he was sitting in his car doing what countless rappers do every single day, going live on Instagram to talk with his followers, keeping it casual, probably discussing music or street politics or whatever was on his mind in that moment. The stream seemed normal at first, just another rapper connecting with fans from the front seat of his vehicle, no indication that anything was about to go wrong. But his enemies had been waiting for exactly this kind of opportunity. They'd been watching his social media, tracking his movements, looking for the perfect moment to strike. And when you broadcast your location in real time on Instagram Live, you make their job infinitely easier.
About that, fool. What the f?
The ambush was coordinated with military precision. Multiple shooters approaching from different angles. Guns already drawn, no warning given. The sound of gunfire erupted through the audio of the live stream as bullets shattered the windows of his car and tore through metal. His followers, who had been casually watching just seconds before, were now witnessing a murder in real time. They heard his desperate pleas, the panic in his voice, the moment when he realized this was it. There was nothing they could do but watch helplessly as gang warfare played out on their phone screens. The news crews arrived at the scene to document what everyone who'd been watching the live stream already knew had happened.
Jeff and Susie, we're off of Chandran Avenue in the city of Hawthorne, and you can see Hawthorne PD. They are wrapping up their investigation. They're still taking some photographs. We watched the coroner just wheel the body away.
The crime scene told the story of extreme violence. Multiple bullet holes, shattered glass everywhere, a car that had been turned into Swiss cheese by the sheer volume of gunfire.
There's a male in his 20s that was shot and killed. Inside this car, there are a lot of bullet holes inside that windshield. We zoomed in earlier and saw that. So they responded earlier this evening to reports of a man who was shot in the face and died.
The motive behind the killing traced back to one of the most disrespectful acts you can commit in LA's hip-hop community. Indian Red Boy had allegedly been involved in defacing a Nipsey Hussle mural, an act that crossed every line imaginable. Nipsey's memory is sacred in Los Angeles, especially in the neighborhoods where he grew up and gave back to. Disrespecting that mural wasn't just about disrespecting a dead rapper. It was about disrespecting everything Nipsey represented to his community. Despite the very public nature of his murder, despite thousands of people witnessing it through the live stream, and despite having video evidence, no arrests were ever made. Gang violence took Indian Red Boy, but the next artist's death was witnessed by everyone who loved him. January 2025, Kevin Watson, known in Chicago streets as Lord Tug, carried a history that read like a street novel spanning decades. Back in 2016, he'd been accused of leading a gang, charges that followed years of being deep in Chicago street politics. He'd served 12 years for a shooting conviction, time he did without complaint. Coming home in 2012, thinking maybe he could leave that life behind. At 42 years old, he was trying to position himself as someone who'd learned from his mistakes, maybe even as a community elder who could guide younger guys away from the same path he'd walked. But Chicago doesn't forget. Your past follows you forever in these streets. And the enemies you made years ago don't just move on because you did time and got older. They wait. They watch. They remember every slight, every beef, every reason they might have to come for you. And in the age of social media, when people broadcast their every move on Facebook Live and Instagram, those enemies have it easier than ever to track your location. Lord Tug went live from his car that day, probably just checking in with his followers like he'd done hundreds of times before. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary at first, just another casual broadcast from someone staying connected to his community. Then the robbery went down. They wanted his chain, that piece of jewelry that means everything in street culture. The physical manifestation of status and respect that rappers and street figures literally die for. The struggle was broadcast in real time. And here's what made it absolutely unbearable for everyone involved. His family and close friends were tuned into the live stream, watching through their phone screens, completely powerless to help. His brother's reaction when he saw the footage later told the entire story of how real, how immediate, how traumatizing this new era of live-streamed violence has become.
I would've let him walk out the store. He's a good man for this community. No matter what he done, he helped people, you know? He helped me get...
Frustration in his voice was palpable. Everyone on that corner had seen the suspicious vehicle sitting there with tinted windows, engine running, clearly scoping out the area. In the hood, you learn to recognize these signs. You learn to call them out, to warn people when something doesn't look right. But nobody said anything.
The road was shot in his chest.
I rubbed his palm, and I squeezed his hand. He wouldn't squeeze back.
In the Chicago street code, "Watch that car" is the warning you give when you see potential danger. It's how you look out for your people, how you prevent exactly what happened to Lord Tug. But that night, despite multiple people being present and the suspicious vehicle sitting there for 10 to 15 minutes, nobody gave the warning. The accusation hit hard because it was true. People on that block had watched the setup happening in real time, but chose not to intervene, chose not to warn him. Maybe because of old beefs, or because they simply didn't care enough to get involved. Police would later recover Lord Tug's chain, the very item he'd been killed over, but no arrests were ever made. Chicago's violence took Lord Tug without warning, but OG Chris literally asked for it. 2020, Christopher Cation Jackson, known as OG Chris in the streets, did something most people would never dream of attempting. He jumped in his car, turned on Facebook Live, and deliberately drove straight through rival gang territory while actively daring his enemies to shoot him. The stream captured him riding through the ops territory with pure confidence, talking reckless.
Check me out. So she, ain't talking about some. They talking about some over here. Hey, they see what they're talking about. Ain't just with me. I don't call police on y'all, bro. Y'all chill. Y'all straight. Y'all ain't got rap fans. Just chill. Everybody chill. I'm getting out of there.
He was literally announcing himself in enemy territory, making it clear he wasn't hiding. Then the inevitable happened. Gunfire erupted.
He just shot me out. Oh, bro, I had a Glock with a fat in it too, Jim. He just dumb me out, y'all. I think I'm shot too, y'all. I think I'm hurt. I think I'm down.
The realization hit him immediately. The challenge he'd thrown out got answered with bullets. His tone shifted from bravado to survival.
Dumb me out, y'all. They dumb me out around here. I think it take one more for you. I think it take one more. Hey, look, I got the Glock in my lap and everything, y'all. I got a Glock. I ain't fighting no shots off, y'all. Y'all see,
He was trying to escape while bleeding, the adrenaline keeping him moving.
Breathe, don't panic, Creek. Breathe, don't panic, Creek. Breathe, don't panic, Creek. Breathe, don't panic, Creek. Don't panic, Creek. You breathe.
Someone with him was trying to keep him calm, keep him breathing as they rushed to get help.
Got one kid, gone. Got one shot to make it right. I'm gonna let y'all, you just say, oh, trying not to panic. I'm trying not to panic. I'm trying to make it to y'all, say my nigga. I'm going to Birmingham, County. Tell my son I love him to death, man. I never tell my son, you hear me? Tell my son I love that boy to death. Tell my, I ain't never try to be like this, y'all.
Incredibly, OG Chris survived that initial shooting.
He recovered from his injuries, probably thinking he'd proven something. The video went viral. Millions were watching someone who challenged death and almost paid the price. But the streets don't forget. A year later, he was killed in a separate shooting. No survival story this time. The live stream became prophetic, showing exactly what happens when you turn street beef into social media content for views. OG Chris sought danger deliberately and paid the ultimate price. But sometimes the danger isn't external. It's the weight of guilt and pressure crushing you from within. Dallas, Texas. Deshaun Robertson, 21, performing under the name Lil Loaded, was living under pressure that would break most people. In 2020, during what was supposed to be a casual video recording session, his close friend Khalil Walker was accidentally shot and killed. The guilt from that incident became a weight Lil Loaded carried every single day. The criminal case against him moved forward slowly. He was indicted in 2021, with a trial looming on the horizon. The stress of potentially spending years behind bars for an accident ate at him constantly. Then came the breakup. The relationship that had been one of his few sources of stability fell apart at the worst possible time. His final Instagram Live showed someone trying to hold it together, offering advice that he himself was struggling to follow.
My message to the youth would have to be, just stay true to yourself and be yourself at all times. No matter how high or low you get in life, you got a million.
He was speaking about resilience, about having tomorrow to look forward to, even while his own tomorrows were running out.
You got so many days. You could, don't get me wrong, you could always not see the next day, but you got so many days that.
The irony of those words would have become haunting. He talked about resolving problems, about pushing through.
Just gonna get to trying to resolve it, whatever the problem is. Whether it's needing to go get something or something like that, like, I'm gonna resolve it and get whatever problem it is fixed.
He emphasized authenticity, being himself despite everything.
That's gonna get me farther than anything. I always had a personality that just attract people. I don't even really like people, but I always had a personality that make people gravitate toward me. So why not be myself?
Friends would later confirm that relationship troubles combined with the manslaughter case had created an impossible situation. The advice he gave in his final live stream about having so many days to look forward to, about resolving problems, was words he couldn't apply to his own life. His death sparked urgent conversations about mental health in hip-hop, about how the culture demands toughness while offering zero support when artists are crumbling. Lil Loaded's final message was a cry for help disguised as motivation, recognized only when it was too late. Mental health struggles claimed Lil Loaded privately, but Get It Brown's violence was calculated and destructive. South Carolina, December 2024, and Tavius Brown's criminal history stretched back years, painting a picture of someone who'd been involved in serious crimes long before his final day. In 2015, he'd been arrested for kidnapping, burglary, and attempted armed robbery during a home invasion, but nothing prepared anyone for what happened on December 28, 2024. After allegedly shooting his ex-girlfriend over cheating accusations and threatening her children, he dropped her off at the hospital, then went live on Facebook. The stream became his public no.
I love y'all. Y'all know I gave this all I could. They coming. Feel me? And I gotta go.
His message was clear from the start. He wasn't going to jail. The live stream captured his final thoughts as he reflected on his life and choices.
Growing up, the nigga went through a lot through this some cause that I did. We all made some choices and decisions. Trouble always found a way to find me.
He talked about his personality, his heart, the decisions that led him here.
Yeah, at one point in time, you know, a gangster was down moving by myself. I don't need nobody to down vouch for me. I'm still win, lose, or draw.
The chase began as police tracked him down. His tone shifted as reality set in. As police closed in, his desperation became clear.
They behind me. They gonna kill me, y'all. I'm gonna make them kill me, y'all. Today is the day I die. Today is the day I die, y'all.
Kept repeating his intentions, making it clear this would end one way.
I love y'all. Y'all know I gave it all I could. You feel me? I gave it.
His final words before the crash.
They coming. Feel me? And I gotta go. I gave it all I could, y'all. I gotta make these motherfuckers feel me. Feel me?
The crash killed 52-year-old Ryan Hammond, an innocent driver who had nothing to do with Brown's drama. Investigations confirmed Brown died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the stomach during the crash. His ex-girlfriend survived her injuries. Get It Brown's violence was external and targeted at others, but Kao Master Outlaw's pain turned completely inward. Illinois, January 2024. Kevin Harper, performing as Kao Master Outlaw, was fighting battles that nobody around him could see or fully understand. Mental health crises had been building for an unknown period of time, pressure mounting from sources only he fully knew, darkness closing in on all sides while he tried to maintain some appearance of normalcy. When Kao decided to go live on Facebook that day, he titled the stream "Goodbye," a direct message that should have triggered immediate intervention. But in the noise of social media, where dramatic titles are the norm, that warning got lost. What happened next would haunt everyone who witnessed it. Kao set himself on fire inside his car while the live stream continued broadcasting. He chose one of the most painful ways to die imaginable and chose to share those final moments with the world. The decision to make his death so public spoke to how isolated and desperate he must have felt in his final hours. Authorities investigated and ruled Kevin Harper's death a suicide. No criminal record existed, no history of violence toward others. Just someone drowning in mental anguish that nobody knew how to address. The rap community immediately called for better mental health resources and support systems for artists struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts. Mental health claimed Kao Master Outlaw, but for Big Scar, it was the deadly combination of drugs, fame, and denial. Memphis, Tennessee, 2022. Alexander Woods, known to fans worldwide as Big Scar, was affiliated with Memphis's Double R Gang, part of a violent rap scene that's claimed too many young lives over the years. The gang ties kept him surrounded by danger and excess, moving through a world where violence and substance abuse are normalized, where pills and lean are as common as water. He had no arrests on his record, but those gang affiliations meant he was constantly in proximity to illegal activity and dangerous situations. When Big Scar went live on Instagram for what nobody knew would be his final broadcast, viewers immediately noticed something was seriously wrong. The stream showed him in a state that should have alarmed everyone watching.
I'm on the way home. Like, I fell asleep, bro. I just fell asleep. Like, as soon as I opened my eyes, y'all know that big water like the construction workers be using, the big wire.
He was talking about falling asleep at the wheel, about hitting construction barriers, about seeing God, all signs of severe intoxication or impairment. But in hip-hop culture, where drug use is often glorified rather than recognized as the deadly problem it is, these warning signs got normalized or even celebrated by some viewers.
They put the water in, hold the weight. Bro, I hit one of them, be 3 more. I said, God.
The casual way he discussed a serious accident, the fact that he was already talking about seeing God, the disorientation in his voice, it all pointed to someone whose body was in serious distress. Big Scar appeared heavily intoxicated throughout the stream, nodding off repeatedly while trying to interact with his fans. His words came out slurred and confused. His movements were sluggish and uncoordinated. Every single warning sign of someone whose body was shutting down was playing out on camera for thousands of people to see.
Hey, shit, though, they all going to the shop tomorrow. They all still running. What wrong with them, dude? They tell me,
shit getting feasible.
Shit getting feasible.
Yeah, trip at this shit. Shit small.
We had to one trip.
Months later, the news that nobody wanted to hear, but many should have expected, finally broke. Big Scar had died from an overdose. Gucci Mane, who had signed him to his label and believed in his talent, confirmed the death to the public. Big Scar's death was slow and unintentional, the result of addiction spiraling out of control. But OG Tulo's accident was instantaneous. Texas, January 2025. OG Tulo had already done significant time behind bars for gun and drug charges, building his street credibility the hard way through actual convictions rather than just rap lyrics. He'd been signed young to Rap-A-Lot Records, one of Houston's legendary labels, giving him a platform and connections in the industry. You would think that history, both the legal consequences and the professional opportunities, would make him more careful around firearms, more aware of how quickly things can go catastrophically wrong when you're carrying loaded weapons. But during what should have been a completely routine podcast interview, one of those casual sit-down conversations that happen thousands of times across hip-hop media every single day, the unthinkable happened. The podcast was rolling normally, questions and answers flowing, probably discussing his music or his time in prison or his plans for the future. Then everything changed in an instant.
Who shot who? Somebody.
The confusion was immediate and total. Nobody could process what had just happened. Was it a joke? Was someone outside shooting? Then the reality hit everyone in the room simultaneously.
Somebody got shot?
Lo, you good, Lo?
I hope. Y'all good?
Damn, bro. Good?
The gun OG Tulo had been carrying in his pocket had accidentally discharged during the conversation, sending a bullet straight through his leg. The shock on everyone's faces was visible even through audio. The panic set in as they realized what had just happened, that someone had been shot during a live-streamed podcast, that this moment was being broadcast to thousands of viewers in real time. that this would be recorded forever as one of the most bizarre interview incidents in hip-hop history. The immediate aftermath showed everyone trying to assess the situation, checking if anyone else had been hit by the bullet, processing the reality that they just witnessed and experienced an accidental shooting during what was supposed to be a simple podcast recording. OG2. Lo looked down at his leg, the physical pain starting to register along with the mental embarrassment of shooting himself on camera in front of thousands of viewers. Fortunately, the injury wasn't life-threatening. The bullet had gone through his leg without hitting any major arteries or causing permanent damage. Accidental gun violence almost took OG2Lo's life in an embarrassing moment. But Soulja Boy's meltdown was about ego exploding in real time. Soulja Boy has built an entire career, spanning nearly 2 decades on controversy, viral moments, and constantly finding himself in the middle of online beef. From claiming he taught everyone how to use the internet to inserting himself into beefs that had nothing to do with him, he's mastered the art of staying relevant through controversy. But during what should have been a casual TikTok live gaming session in 2025, he took things to a level that had people genuinely questioning whether he had completely lost control. The stream started innocently enough, just Soulja playing games with other content creators, probably talking trash the way gamers do, keeping things competitive but lighthearted. Then the trash talk escalated in a way that went far beyond normal gaming banner.
Tell your team to can't even put up more than 5K. I'll shoot you in your face. Better watch.
The energy shifted immediately from playful competition to actual threats of violence. What should have been a harmless gaming stream was turning into something much darker.
Your mouth. Over here bothering my peace. Y'all bums.
Soulja Boy couldn't handle the competitive trash talk that's a normal part of gaming culture. Instead of laughing it off or clapping back with his own jokes, he was escalating to actual threats, his rage becoming more visible with each passing second.
Don't do that. I don't f with these, bro.
Yo, Mello.
Motherfucker crashed out over a TikTok game.
The other people on the stream were trying to de-escalate, recognizing that Soulja was taking things way too seriously. But he kept pushing.
Who crashed, nigga? The f up. You can get smacked too.
Soulja Boy announced on a live stream that he would shoot content creators over video game trash talk, completely crashing out over something that should have been harmless entertainment. The threats were explicit and repeated. The creators on the receiving end laughed it off initially, probably treating it like just another Soulja Boy moment since he has a long history of online antics. No arrests were made, no legal consequences followed, but the damage to his reputation was significant. But what made Soulja's TikTok meltdown more concerning than just another viral moment was the context of his recent legal troubles. He'd been found liable in 2025 for sexual battery, assault, and false imprisonment of an ex-assistant, with incidents spanning from 2013 to 2019. The court had ordered him to pay $4.25 million in damages. He'd also faced a weapons charge during a traffic stop, though that charge was eventually dropped. Multiple abuse allegations had followed him for years, with rape claims that he consistently denied, claiming all encounters were consensual. Given this troubling background, his threats during the gaming stream took on a different tone. This wasn't just a celebrity having a bad day. This was someone with a documented history of violent and abusive behavior making explicit threats on a platform with millions of viewers. The warning was clear. Social media platforms have limits, and constantly crossing lines can result in losing access to the very platforms that keep artists relevant. With 3.3 million TikTok followers at stake, Soulja Boy was risking his entire digital presence over video game beef. The incident proved that sometimes the most disturbing live streams aren't about physical violence or death. They're about watching someone self-destruct emotionally while millions of people record every moment for posterity. Soulja Boy's crash out was ego-driven, but ultimately harmless. But Julio Fulio's final live stream cost him his life. Charles Jones, known in the streets and rap world as Julio Fulio, was deep in one of the deadliest gang wars Florida has ever seen. A beef between his 6-block crew and the rival ATK gang that had already claimed multiple lives on both sides. The violence had been escalating for years, with diss tracks turning into shootings, social media posts turning into hits. Fulio himself had survived 6 separate shooting attempts. 6 times someone had tried to kill him, and 6 times he'd somehow made it out alive. That kind of survival rate either makes you careful or makes you feel invincible. Unfortunately for Fulio, it seemed to make him feel untouchable. His birthday celebrations were supposed to be a time of joy and reflection on making it to another year, despite all the attempts on his life. But Fulio couldn't resist doing what had become second nature to him and to so many in his generation, broadcasting everything on social media. He posted Instagram stories throughout the day, documenting his birthday festivities. And then he went live, sharing his exact locations in real time with thousands of followers, including the enemies who'd been trying to kill him for years.
Pool party start today at 5, 6 o'clock. You already got the address. Pull up, man. You got the address. Pull up.
He was literally giving out information about where he would be, inviting people to come find him, and treating his birthday celebration like a public event that anyone could attend. The pool party announcement included specific times, and he was actively encouraging people to reach out for the address if they didn't already have it.
Address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address, or DM Julio booking ESPN. I'm gonna put it right here.
Casual way he broadcast this information, the complete lack of security awareness, the willingness to tell the entire internet exactly where he'd be and when. It was like he'd forgotten that people had tried to kill him 6 times already. Or maybe he truly believed he was invincible, that nothing could touch him.
Appreciate everybody popping out for my birthday, you know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Everybody got their song, put their song in the air, man. Okay, David. Everybody take their
The celebration energy was high as he thanked people for coming out, for showing love on his birthday, completely unaware that rivals were watching every second of his live streams, tracking his movements, planning their move.
This it on 3, man. 1, 2, 3. Got my brother with me.
He kept going live from multiple locations throughout the night, continuing to broadcast his whereabouts, even as the celebrations moved from venue to venue. Rivals from the ATK gang were doing exactly what you'd expect enemies to do when their target is broadcasting his location in real time. They were tracking him via social media, following his movements from Truth 18 nightclub to a Tampa hotel parking lot. At around 4:40 in the morning, when most birthday celebrations would be winding down, when Fulio and his crew thought they were safe at their hotel, 3 shooters approached on foot in the parking lot. They opened fire with extreme prejudice, sending over 60 shots into Fulio's Dodge Charger. The attack was captured on hotel surveillance cameras. Not the live stream itself, but the actual ambush that ended his life. Fulio was killed. 3 others in the car were injured. The news coverage documented the immediate aftermath of the shooting. Law enforcement was working the scene, gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, trying to piece together exactly what led up to the shooting, even though anyone following the case on social media already knew the answer. The hotel parking lot became a crime scene. The celebration turned into a funeral. The birthday that should have marked another year survived, became the day everything ended. 4 suspects were eventually arrested for their involvement in the murder: Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and David Murphy. The trial in 2025 resulted in Alicia Andrews being convicted of manslaughter. Surveillance footage captured the attack in detail, providing prosecutors with the evidence they needed to secure convictions. Fulio's death was gang-related and preventable, but Kanye West's rant was pure, unfiltered mental health crisis. Kanye West, now legally known as Ye, is one of hip-hop's most influential and controversial figures, a genius producer and rapper whose mental health struggles have played out publicly for years. His history includes anti-Semitic rants that cost him billions in endorsement deals, public disclosures about his bipolar disorder, and high-profile beefs with everyone from Taylor Swift to Pete Davidson. In 2024 and 2025, legal battles over Donda Academy and his ongoing divorce from Kim Kardashian added more fuel to an already volatile situation. When Ye went live on Twitch to discuss his legacy and influence on hip-hop, nobody expected the stream to devolve the way it did. He started talking about his accomplishments, his impact on music and fashion, the usual Kanye topics that fans have heard 1,000 times before. Then, he pivoted completely unexpectedly.
I can use gay privilege now. You think I'm gay? Okay. Yeah, you have powerful gay people are. Now it's like, Kim Kardashian, you telling me you ain't think she was corny 10 years ago? Twix.
The stream took a bizarre turn as Ye started making claims about his own sexuality and bringing up his ex-wife Kim Kardashian completely unprompted. But then it got even stranger. During the live stream, Ye suddenly started ranting about Boosie Badazz, another rapper whom he has no apparent connection or beef with, calling him poor and saying he smells poor. Unprovoked shade that came out of absolutely nowhere and caught everyone watching completely off guard. Boosie Badazz didn't take the disrespect lying down. He fired back hard on social media, and his response was absolutely savage.
To Kim, to get any whatever industry, to get rights to my kids, to work with y'all in any way, I'ma use everything in my power and flesh.
Boosie went straight for Kanye's admissions about his sexuality, using them as ammunition in his counterattack.
Every version of Ye you ever seen like this. Let this be a lesson for everybody.
The response was vulgar and homophobic, but it showed that Boosie wasn't going to let Kanye's unprovoked insults slide without defending himself. He continued his rant, breaking down what Kanye had said about him.
You gotta apologize and don't play with my kids. Put my daughter in that dark ass. I will make it my sole purpose to destroy you. Do we have a problem there, Martin?
Boosie was mocking Kanye's insults as weak and childish, pointing out that calling someone poor and smelly is playground-level disrespect. His response made it clear he'd rather be considered poor and smelly than be in Kanye's position with his personal life being what it is. Boosie kept pressing the issue.
Any of y'all was watching. Jay-Z, you was watching. Where's any of y'all season 3? Where's any of y'all season 1? Let's check the accounts. Let's check the bank accounts.
He emphasized that he wasn't going to engage in an extended beef with someone he viewed as beneath him morally.
I am the king. And it's okay. I ain't got nothing against Kendrick. That man can't rap, bro. That man got one bar, bro. He ain't got one bar. He is Virgil. He's a sweet...
No physical confrontation ever materialized from the beef, but it reignited broader discussions about Kanye's mental health and whether people around him should be enabling his access to social media platforms when he's clearly in unstable mental states. Kanye's rant was unhinged, but ultimately harmless to everyone except his own reputation. But Tekashi 6ix9ine's stream got shut down by law enforcement. Daniel Hernandez, better known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, is infamous for his 2019 racketeering conviction and subsequent cooperation with federal prosecutors, where he testified against 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods members. His decision to cooperate made him a pariah in hip-hop circles, but he dove right back into the spotlight after his release. During a live stream with Adin Ross, Tekashi was on house arrest with strict supervision terms. The stream was flowing naturally when suddenly his probation monitoring became an issue.
New with you. I'm on house arrest right now, but my probation...
House arrested, but outside, how'd that work?
So my probation came and I was like, yo, Hayden
He
finally...
explained how he managed to get permission for the stream.
Hayden finally uncanceled me, and they were like, shut up. And I was like, yeah, Hayden said I could be on the stream again, and then they were like, go.
Really? So because of me, they said...
Stream. His phone rang. The parole officer was calling about a schedule discrepancy.
This is the monitoring center on a recorded line. Calling for Daniel?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey Daniel, they just got me calling to get your location.
Yeah, I'm with the Aiden Rose. I'm at the Aiden Rose stream.
He had to explain his whereabouts in real time during the broadcast.
I have it set for I have it set on the app on the BI Smart Link.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. It looks like they had you set to be home at like 5.
The officer questioned when he'd return home.
Did that get changed?
Yeah, it's from 3 to I believe 3 p.m. to 2 a.m.
3 p.m. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So what time do you think you'll be getting home?
I'll say like 2 a.m.
The stream participants joked about the situation, but then another call came requiring immediate attention.
Submit you. Yo, I got calls from 3 of the call centers already, but they just told me to call you real quick. I don't know why.
You put the wrong time.
Oh, my bad. Look,
He had
FaceTime
to FaceTime his officer to prove he was where he claimed.
You see me? It's the service. Look, Aiden right here.
Hello, sir.
Look, the stream live right now. Whack right here. Act right here. Cut from. We on the stream right now.
Sir, is it
The officer's response was firm and final.
couple hours?
No, man, you gotta stick to the schedule.
No. Please, 2 hours. That's all I need.
So wait, I put the wrong time?
Yeah, you put the wrong time, but I fixed it. Look.
No new charges were filed, but the incident highlighted how even during entertainment streams, Tekashi operates under constant surveillance. His parole officer had the authority to end everything immediately, proving that despite his return to social media, he's never truly free from supervision.